Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Heart to Heart. My name is Tanesh.
I'm Tara.
I'm Raj Mahal.
And I'm Tharsh. So today we have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Yeah.
They call me Penguin.
They call me Peng. Why do they call
Don't
you?
make fun of his name. It's cute.
I think that's
Oh.
really
It's
cute.
cute.
It could be
Yeah,
her.
it's cute, exactly.
They call him Penguin.
Okay, so the question is,
Okay, the question is.
he treats me nice sometimes and then he treats me real bad. How
Oh.
do I handle this? I think that's really sad.
See, I told you it's a
Wow.
her.
Sorry.
So it's very simple. He treats me bad sometimes and he treats me good.
Nice sometimes.
Nice sometimes. First of all, consistency is important. Whether you're doing YouTube or you're in a relationship.
Okay,
Right?
for me personally, if you're in a relationship and when you have a guy friend and he treats you nicer and you feel like, if I'm with him I would feel better, he would treat me better, you shouldn't have that feeling in a relationship. To be honest, I had the feeling in my previous relationship. When you're in a relationship, your current partner should be the only one that you should feel like
They
nobody
treat you the
can-
nicest.
Yes, nobody can treat you like that.
Other than that, yeah.
So I think
Right.
that relationship is very unhealthy. You need to fix that.
So wait, okay, let's go with the question. So does that mean if he treats her average, like meh, all the time, that's fine?
No.
You get what I
You
mean?
mean like in
So her
between?
problem is he treats her good sometimes, bad sometimes, right?
Yeah.
If he treats her meh all the time, okay, what would you prefer? A guy who treats you good sometimes, very good, like a fucking princess,
Yeah.
and then like fucking garbage,
No.
alternating?
The
Or would you
garbage
rather
is-
have him treat you average?
No, you see,
Throughout.
when a guy treats you average
Right.
and another guy treats you like a princess, you would know. That's why I said just now, like you would know that. You would feel like
He's
I-
not treating you well enough.
yeah, you would have that feeling.
Right.
You see, this question is such a vague. I wouldn't say it's a vague question, but you can view it from multiple
So many
perspectives.
different-
Correct.
Right.
Because the boyfriend maybe didn't wish her good morning one day, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, he's treating me bad." I'm sorry to play devil's advocate here, but
Yeah.
it could, right?
Play the devil.
Yeah. What we have to understand is that what is good and what is bad is very
Correct.
it's
Hard
very
to
well.
say.
It's hard to say, right?
Yeah.
It's very
It
difficult.
depends on the relationship.
Right?
Yeah.
And also, so more importantly in this situation, Penguin, you have to really understand what state of mind your partner is in.
Yeah.
If he's having a bad day or is stressed out with something and he can't really talk to you that much, just try to understand.
Not an excuse for him or her, but you should try to understand as well.
Correct.
Yes.
And try to fix it for them or help them fix
Correct.
it.
It's
Yeah,
something
right?
to look into, but I think if someone treats you like garbage, come on, I don't think
That-
is
that's no
acceptable.
excuse for
Know
that,
your
correct.
worth. You should know your worth. You should know how you're supposed to be treated, how you're raised to be treated. Not just accepting. Oh, okay, he treats me like shit, so it's fine.
For me, right, I've come across a lot of people who justify the way they treat someone differently by saying, "Oh, I'm like this. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood." I don't think your mood should determine how you
yeah.
treat someone, right? Yes, you might not want to engage in a very full-on conversation with them and all. You can tell them, "Hi, sorry, I'm in a bit of a bad mood, so I'm sorry if I'm not I'm not into this right now or whatever. I have to go and settle this or whatever, right?" So that means you're still treating them nicely,
Yes.
right? You don't want to. You know your mood is bad. You can't really get into the same mindset with them. So you tell them politely, "Hi, sorry, I'm in a very bad mood right now. I need to go and get this sorted." Fine, problem settled. But just because like you're in a bad mood, your cat died or something, and then you're like someone comes and say, "Hey man, what's up? Fuck you."
Yeah.
That's just bad. idea.
Yeah, you
Ah.
can't justify saying my cat died. It doesn't matter who died. Your mom could have died, but if someone said, "Hi, hey man," if you don't want to say, just say, "Hi, I'm sorry, my mom just died." Or if you don't want to you don't want to say that, you can say, "Hi, sorry, I'm in a terrible mood. I'm sorry, I can't socialize right now."
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine, people would understand. People should understand. Beyond that, they don't understand. That's their thing. So that applies to a relationship as well.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how your mood is. If it's your partner, you treat them nice. Maybe sometimes you're not in the capacity to entertain them in a very normal and nice way because you got so many shit on your mind or whatever not, right? Then you tell them. You can tell them, "Hey, sorry, I got this shit on my plate right now. Can I get back to you because right now I can't. Right? Can I get back to you?" So if that person is in the capacity to help you and you're okay to getting help from them, fine. If no, they should know to, okay, I'm gonna let my boyfriend or my girlfriend settle this,
Yeah.
and then come back to them. And obviously you try to make sure, you try to liven them up. You try to do that. Depends on that person, okay? But just if your boyfriend, or if in this case, if her boyfriend, Penguin's boyfriend, male Penguin is treating her like shit because I don't think you can justify it with the mood, right? you should try to understand, yes, but on the other side, you shouldn't be like my mood is bad, I'm gonna treat you like garbage. No, I don't think that it works that way.
I also feel it's like what Raj said. It depends on what type of bad it is. Like
Correct.
you know, like
The
if he
intensity,
abuses
yeah.
you one day and
Yeah.
then like
Next
treats
day
you
he's
like a
super nice to you,
pig,
that'd be crazy.
So so what can we define as bad? What actions or things that a person do you think is considered bad?
Like let's say if they're in a bad mood and then they just like yell at you and like start
Right.
taking their anger out on you. I think that's like I think that's the best part of being in a relationship, because that's when you actually know like how someone really is, like how they treat you and stuff, like good and bad.
Yeah.
I feel like that really shows the kind of character that you're
Yes.
you're in a relationship
and
with.
when they disrespect you in front of their friends,
Yeah.
or they abuse you and then they
Or they're super nice to you in front of their friends and then they treat you
Yeah,
differently.
two-faced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit scary.
You know, I in my relationship, I think at one point of time, I was going through a tough time. I
Right.
think mentally with my stress and with my anxiety and all that, I was going through a tough time, and I did have a very short temper. So at that point of time, in a lot of situations, I did get into heated arguments with my girlfriend, and I might have raised my voice a few times, which I think is something that is not acceptable, because we talked about this.
Yeah.
To really make someone else be on the receiving end of your bad mood is not acceptable.
Correct.
And I think what my girlfriend did at that point of time, which was amazing, is that she understood that there was something wrong with me.
It wasn't a personal thing.
Correct.
Right.
She understood that, and she caught onto that very, very quickly.
Right.
And whatever it is not right for me to do that. But I think because of the high EQ that she had, she saw that I was going through something, and she really managed to talk me through it. And she understood that me being angry at her was not a result of whatever she was doing. It was just me facing a trouble with me,
Correct,
and it was
correct.
my problem. So it's not something easy to do. And in any situation, I was wrong to have raised my voice towards her. But this is something like Penguin, you really got to see whether your boyfriend is treating you bad because it's his personality, or whether he's treating you bad because he's
Situation.
He
he's
doesn't
suffering from
respect
something.
you
Yeah.
enough to
Yeah.
I actually I don't know if it's a solution, but I used
Right.
to practice this when I was in a relationship. Example, like if I felt like my ex was treating me badly or something like that, I would count the amount of times. Example, I would keep count like maybe once, twice, and thrice. Then the fourth time it happens, I would call, I would like ask him about it.
Right.
So I would just like let him have his moment, and then the third time or the fourth time, I'm like, hey, I think we're gonna talk.
So you check whether is it like a one-off thing,
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
it
of
actually
course.
going
I don't know
on?
if that's,
Right.
that's okay though.
No, I think that's. I mean,
I'm
if
not
that
sure.
works for your particular relationship with that
Yeah.
particular person, that works, right?
Yeah.
So
And-
Penguin, you could try that.
But
Yeah.
eventually, if your whole notebook is filled with
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
then you're going to do
a
something.
A lot of
Yeah.
strikes, 3 strikes hit,
Yeah.
3 strikes hit, too many strikes, and
Yeah.
and and I feel like let's say you are the person who is very your actions and your words is very affected by your mood, right? And you know this. What you can do is, maybe sometimes you're in a position where you can't tell them I'll deal with you later. Maybe you're in a car ride together and you have to deal with them. Maybe you're doing work together where you have to talk with them, but your mood is not so great, right? Tell them, hey, my mood my mood is not so good right now, or I'm troubled by this, or I'm bothered by this. So there's a chance that I might snap at you or whatever. Not if that I tried my best not to, but if that happens, then I'm sorry. Please don't take it personally. I mean, I apologize in advance if that happens, because that might happen. If you know you are like that, of course, on your end, try your best not to do it. But you know that maybe sometimes out of control you will do it. So at least your partner knows, hey, okay, so he's in this. This is his mindset right now, right? So I can expect this, and I know that I shouldn't take this personally. We can work on it later, right? Because we're in this high pressure situation right now, this can happen. So you know yourself, so talk to your partner. And Penguin, on the receiving end, if it's treating you, like we said, if it's treating you bad because of his mood, that's not justifiable. Talk to
not.
him about it.
Yep.
If he's just treating you bad and good, regardless of his mood, that means he doesn't respect you as a girlfriend.
Yes.
Maybe he's treating you good in front of his friends, so he's treating you good where he thinks he can get something in return at that point.
Yes.
And
Right?
don't be okay with it.
Yeah, and he's treating you bad when he doesn't really need anything from you at that point. So in that scenario, that your boyfriend, I'm assuming your boyfriend because you just said he doesn't really respect you as a human being, as a partner, then you should. I feel like every advice that we give, we say like, but then again, this is the other extreme end,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Then it's probably not the right person for you. Or you just address that with him. Hey, I think you're treating me like a piece of shit, right? I don't like that. I
And
don't
see how he
appreciate that,
handles it.
right?
Yeah.
If he cares about you, respects you, he would change that up and he will treat you normally. Maybe he doesn't realize. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if he does and he's still doing that, then
And don't be quiet about it. I think it's okay to talk about stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Please,
it's fine.
yeah.
Communicate.
Some people, this is what they do, right? They be like, so everyone knows that in relationship there's good times and bad times,
Yeah.
okay? But good times and bad times doesn't mean when they treat you good and they treat you like shit.
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
times and bad times means
Together.
you're going through, you're all is happy, everything is good with your life. I know, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Everything is good with your life, and maybe you're going through a financial problem, or you're going through this, or maybe there's a family problem, and because of that, it's causing a rift between the two of you. That is good times and bad times. Good times and bad times doesn't mean, and that's why people think, oh no, yeah, it treats me like shit sometimes. But then again, every relationship has good times. No, it doesn't work that way,
Yeah,
right?
it's like
He should, the way you treat each other should always be consistent. Your external factors can be good or bad,
Yeah.
right? The way you treat each other should always be consistent, right? You need to drive at that, okay? Don't be like, nah, I'll take him treating me like garbage for like 2 days, because on the third day he's gonna treat me like good. That doesn't work that way.
it's
That's not-
always both of you against the problem, not both of you against each other.
Ah,
Oh,
Perfect.
look at that. I
That's
think,
really
and on
good.
that note we can end the thing. I think that episode is,
That was
that
really
advice
good.
is the best
That
one.
was really good.
Both of you against the problem, not
Against each other.
correct.
Hi guys, thank you for watching. I had so much fun answering all your questions. I do want to answer more questions, so there's a link in the description box below. Click it and ask your questions. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and do watch all our previous videos, which is somewhere around here. Signing off, Tash.